I played over 200 gigs last year, and it was one of the most crazy, busy, up and down, stressful, enjoyable, crazy times of my
I'm
life.
alive and I'm breathing, living my best life. Love is on my mind and it's making me high. I'm staying in this moment, though it's hard sometimes. But I work it out every once in a while. I feel the love, I feel it growing every day. I feel the love.
A lot of changes were going on in my life last year, from getting a semi consistent job in music when I've been used to kind of just being entrepreneurial all the time. So taking up one day of the week, even though that sounds like such a minuscule thing to maybe someone else, was like, oh my gosh, how do I deal with this? The second change that was really big was getting married. And I thought maybe at the beginning that like I'd be able to do better, and that because I've known my wife for so many years that it might be easy to like adjust to each other's schedules. And it really wasn't. So that was a huge change. And then another big change was just moving houses and studio and workspace. I also thought that it was very easy to set up a new space and to make it feel right and light it and pay for upgrades and pay more rent. And but anyways, I figured it out, and that's why I'm here to give you the rundown of all that I've learned. So to be honest, I think one of the craziest things that I learned over the period of playing all those gigs was just how to learn music and how to retain music and changes quickly. That was something I struggled with very, very, very badly when I was like in my first 5 years of trying to make this thing happen. Between music directors and other musicians, I was not very flexible on the go, and I've definitely made improvements to that. And I would definitely have to equate it to just forcing yourself to learn three different sets of material in 1 week. I learned the value of preparation as well, and how to compartmentalize different genres, different approaches, different tones, and different sounds on my instruments. That just comes through literally artists and other musicians telling you that it doesn't feel right, or just reading, engaging other musicians. That was a super valuable thing, and I think it makes me a lot more useful to other artists and other creatives going forward, being able to kind of sit in different rooms musically. Being a reliable person for someone on a gig is oftentimes, and I won't say all the time, but oftentimes equal or sometimes even more valuable than just being the best player out there. I do not think I'm the best player out there, but I work my butt off. I promise you that. And seeing the level of musicianship of the pro circuit that is doing this full time, it was, and it is always just kind of like a thing where I'm like, whoa, I don't belong here. I'm not at this level yet. But at the same time, I got the consistency to be able to play 200 gigs. So I had to kind of wrestle with that and think, like, okay, like it's clearly maybe my level of preparedness, my passion, and like the joy that I have to do this stuff, the coming on time, learning the music, and being prepared when I'm showing up to gigs. I think that is like, if you take nothing from this video and you're really wanting to get into full-time music, take those things. It's like anything entrepreneurial. The best way to grow is just by word of mouth and people just honestly saying how they feel about you. Your name is spoken in rooms before you even enter it. I'm naturally an introvert, and so a video like this feels very comfortable to me, and I feel pretty at home. When I'm consistently in public spaces and having to speak with people, I find like it's almost like a pull that people are just like really excited about music or performance, and they always want to talk. And I'm like, bruh, like I'm toast. I just played for 2 hours. Like I'm introverted and I can't do this. So I would say making sure that you know what it takes you to recharge is just like gold. If you can keep yourself and your mental health that I talked about earlier in like a really solid state, then you're going to be able to do this for longer. And that is super valuable. Your body needs rest. And you probably hear my voice now. I'm still recovering from just the ridiculous amount of gigs I played every week. I was playing 3 to 4 gigs, and partly because I love it, and partly because I had a wedding to pay for. Being out and playing gigs late night, early mornings, double gigs, 2 a day, whatever, driving an hour that way, an hour this way, it all takes up time. And so, as a musician, like I talked about, those hours that you spend just sitting there for forever, just trying to work on this one lick or to maybe work on this one chord that you just don't understand yet, that stuff and that time dwindles down like crazy. I literally had no other energy left in me to do anything that I wanted to do. Nothing creative. I had brand videos that were falling behind. I had songs that people asked me to record that were falling behind because I was getting sick from just playing way too much. I think it's super important to realize that like it's okay to say no, and that during the times that you say no, you can take time to just enjoy music again, especially if you're doing this full time. Find something enjoyable that you love about it and just do that. Literally do that. I've gotten back into production now and I've really been loving that. And I'm hoping to make that another stream of income, but I'm trying to keep first just the joy of it and the process of it being enjoyable. But you really need to know your worth. That is something that I learned this year, and last year, and this year going forward, I'm going to be making sure that I am paid what I am worth. I've put in a lot of time, and it's okay to be confident in what you do and assured that you can bring forth what the artist is looking for. So building self-confidence without being an a, a mean person is something that you should do. I think the hardest lesson that I learned this year was the harsh reality of how I've set things up isn't sustainable long term unless I pivot and start growing out my own audience and community. Um, yeah, because 200 gigs is just not possible to do consistently. It's a real big toll on your body, and so I learned that the hard way, and I'm trying to put together now my different skills that I've had over the years and really make this thing happen. So thank you for watching the video. I hope you got something from this. If you could leave a comment down below if any of this resonated with you. If you think I'm a whack job, just put it in the comments. It's all good. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. Make sure you hit that subscribe button and hit that notification bell for me. Please.